Alrighty, we are live. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Morning Brick, the best place for your LEGO news, rumors, opinions, and discussions at 9:30s and Atlanta Brick Co. TV. I'm your host Mark. Today I'm joined by two icons of the LEGO community, the LEGO fandom. We've got Chris, one of the owners of Atlanta Brick Co., and we've got Ed, the other owner of Atlanta Brick Co.
Ed, I hope you brought your wallet today.
Why? What's going on?
Well, the Mississippi Haul was released yesterday.
Exactly.
Oh, Garrett needs his money.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, did you ever find your wallet, Ed?
You know, luckily Garrett found it.
Okay, that's good.
It was in my bag the whole time.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, stuff happens.
Yeah, exactly. You lose stuff.
Garrett's a good sport.
Yeah, he is. He's been suffering from those withdrawal fees, but it'll be all right. So. They were asking about it on the store tour yesterday.
Yeah.
And that video was so entertaining to watch, especially when the road gets worse and worse and worse as you get further into Mississippi.
I'm following the GPS, and I'm like, where are we? These roads we're like bumping up and down, and I'm like, I'm ready to hear the banjos playing.
Exactly.
You know? You ain't from around
That guy's
here,
set up, though,
boy.
I'll tell you. He had a lake out back. He had a nice house.
Big property.
Beautiful.
A 3-bay garage.
Metal building. Yeah.
Nice metal building.
Fantastic, yeah.
What was he going to do with the metal building?
I'm not sure. All I know is he's commented a couple times in our videos and says, yeah, I had to get rid of the collection. He said, it's really sad to see it go, but my bank account is much happier. So he's satisfied with the result.
He's,
so that's good.
He's building a fence around his property to take care of his wife's dogs so they don't run away. And, it's beautiful out there. And him and his wife, they're really nice people. They were great. Very nice, and we had a good time over there. It was fun.
Hopefully we'll get more adventures for you and Garrett to go on, because that seems like it needs to be a recurring thing now. As long as Garrett's
He's
not
going to
paying
make
gas
sure
all the
that I
time.
don't forget the wallet, though. But I'm gonna do something else to prank him.
Exactly.
You know how difficult it is for me to prank people because they always see it coming.
Garrett's so innocent and nice that he just doesn't suspect it. That's what's good about it. So. Alrighty, well, so we talked a little bit about what you...
Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines.
We're on the YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
We just put in a plug for Carvana.
No, it's one of our advertisers. It's good. Ed, we talked a little bit about what was going on with the Mississippi Law. Any other LEGO news around you that you've been up to lately that you want to talk about, or is that about it?
Some new Star Wars stuff coming out, like that Star Destroyer,
the mid-scale?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I like that one better than the bigger scale.
A lot of people seem to agree. It seems to be kind of hard to find now. Hopefully they'll restock it soon.
I'd rather have that for display than the actual big one where you can't fit it anywhere.
Yeah, where are you going to put that? It's like 4 feet long.
I mean, it's nice to have. Don't get me wrong; it's gorgeous. But I mean, if I'm itching for space, I'd rather have that small one, and you still get the ship. And they did a good job on it.
Yeah.
Kudos to Lego. Good job, Lego.
Absolutely. But before we move on to Chris and myself's LEGO news for the week, we've got a bunch of our friends here. We've got Grumpy J. He showed up earlier. I don't think he's here now because he has a doctor's appointment. And he says he's going to be very grumpy at the doctor today. So.
Okay, all right.
So Flounder says that doctor's going to have one grumpy patient. That's right.
Hey, Malister told a joke. You want to hear it, Ed?
Yes.
Okay, what does the blue coat say to the red coat?
What?
Good morning, I'm still superior in every way.
I need to remember that one. I need to have that joke ready. That's a good one. And Brick Mom VA's in the chat. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Brick Mom VA. Thank you all for joining us. We sure appreciate Scott Schiller's here, Travertine, Duder Bricks. Now, they're dropping the emojis, and those don't show up on StreamYard very effectively yet, but hopefully soon we can get that integrated. But yeah, T-Valkyrie, Sporkerstein. There you go. I love the name. Bazoom's here. Bricklore. Oh, Daniel's here. So Daniel isn't here physically like he normally is, but he is watching the show, so that's good.
Are we paying him?
No, he's off the clock.
Okay.
Yeah. He isn't in yet.
All right, Dan, you're good.
Yeah. But Chris, what's your LEGO news for the week? What's been going on?
Well, we've been getting ready for Orlando. We're heading out on Monday of next week, the day after Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day this weekend. Don't forget.
Yes.
Get your mama some flowers.
Right, I know.
A card, flowers.
Lego flowers would be good from us, but we probably don't have any.
We have one or two over there now.
You
gotta hurry.
They gotta be one of our best-selling items. We can't keep them in stock. Somebody brings them in, they go right out the door.
Lego's got to be overjoyed with the botanical collection.
Yeah.
It's
a whole new market
idea.
of people, and it's like it's a way for us men to get our wives into Lego.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here's a flower Lego set. You buy that, I'll buy this.
Exactly.
They
the way it
released that
works.
VIP, the potted plant. That's a really nice little. You all seen it, right? The yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like it. I think it's pretty.
They're
cool.
awesome. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got a couple of those too. So.
So I'm getting ready for Orlando. Every trip we bring down something different. This trip we're bringing down a lot of our third-party accessories, such as Brick Arms order, Battle Brick Customs order, Big Kid Bricks Customs, and when we bring it down there, we're going to train our employees that we've hired so far how to inventory those, price them, and put them on our website.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing Daniel with me this time. This will be his first trip down there to do that, and Daniel will help train our new employees. And hopefully we get our container full of glass cases and we can start building them next week.
That would be super
But
cool.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Yeah, that's still kind of up in the air.
I think people would like to see that filmed. I think it'd be nice to document it.
With like a video camera?
Yeah, or you can use a phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we use.
As long as you keep it
How would
this
we?
way.
Do we hold it like this or this?
I was told to do it like this because I've always done it like this.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
got
yeah.
in
That's
trouble.
how you hold a phone.
Hold
but-
like this. And let me have the van before you go. I want to do the accessory. I want to make sure you guys, because we only have one plug that we can charge the phone with, and
Oh,
the
okay.
accessory thing's not working. I'm pretty sure it's a fuse. So I need to see the van before you go.
We'll make sure that we have phone charging optimization happening in the car. But yeah, that's great.
That's why Daniel can play his Candy Crush game, right?
Exactly. He could be he could be looking for Lego leaks as he's driving. So, but yeah. So my Lego week did quite a bit of Rock Raiders building as usual. I spent, I think it was probably 4 or 5 hours last Saturday just building, and it got some progress. So that's good. Still a long way to go. Oh,
This,
yeah.
somebody set the basement alarm off.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Chris.
We got to talk to Randy or somebody here. But anyway, yeah, moving on, we've got, let's see, a bunch of Lego news to talk about. We'll kind of get into this as soon as Chris is done here. Let's see. Gonna finish it in time for Brick Fair VA? I
It's
wish.
it's one of my employees set it off, and I'm actually on a live stream right now, so I can't really tell you my password.
That would be
Is there a
cool,
way
wouldn't
to-
it?
Here, we
whisper
can mute it for a
maybe?
second here. We didn't want our basement employees getting
We're back
alarmed
All
on.
right,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
No,
So
it's all good.
that was probably Kenji.
Yep.
He's one of our new guys.
He's doing a great job, but he's learning all the codes.
He's great. You guys are gonna love him. Kenji's full time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I told him the code this morning. I let him
good.
in. I told him the
It's
code
it's a learning curve. It's
you know, a few years ago, something happened and the alarm went off, and I've got Chris on speakerphone, and Chris tells me the code, and we're all sitting there looking at each other. I've got all the employees around, and Chris goes, "You didn't have me on speaker, did you?" Yeah. He was so mad. We had to change the code.
Yep. You got Ed fixes everything. Exactly. That's great. And then Todd is laughing because, yeah, well, this is the part of running a physical store. You got some things
Stuff
happen.
happens,
It's
man.
fun. But yeah, we are actually really happy with Kenji. We might have to get him on a video at some point with something that he likes to talk about.
Y'all
so.
got to meet Kenji. He's a really
So
cool guy.
Kenji's managing our minifigures, and he's we need a really cool title for him.
Minifig Master?
Something.
Don't know what that-
Something
good.
funny.
We'll figure it out.
Catchy. But
The minifig man.
we'll have to have him do like a segment on minifigures because we're with Kenji. We should be getting double, triple, quadruple the amount of minifigures uploaded to our website.
Yeah, it should be a great increase in that, which is most of what we sell on our website.
We had a
came in-
real backlog.
Yeah, I came in one day and I'm looking at the minifig area and I'm like, whoa, everything's organized and put away. Good job, Chris. But it was Kenji.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. But,
And he and Daniel have a lot in common. So Kenji plays the trombone, and Daniel's also a tromboner. So
yep,
we have two tromboners that work for
He's
us.
a tromboner.
Yeah, that's right. It's good.
Yep.
That's a good skill to have.
Garrett just got here.
There's
Imagine
Garrett.
impressing the ladies at the parties. I'm a tromboner.
Yeah.
All right. So, Chris, you shared a fun Lego news fact with me earlier today that there are cruise ship Lego sets. Is that
Yeah,
right?
so I saw one of these come in the store sometime in the past year, so it can't be anything new, really new. But it's MSC Cruise Lines, and a friend of mine just went on them, and he bought that. He's a Lego fan, and he bought that and brought it home. I think he said it was like $20, which sounds right. But it's a apparently each ship has its own cruise line, but that looks kind of generic, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, there's a little logo on the bottom of the ship there, but it's other than that, it's just a lot of windows, which is a cruise ship. But
Yeah.
What cruise line is it for?
MSC. So apparently, only in the gift shops on these cruises you can get these cruise ships, and they're $20, and it looks like they sell for like $80 on Bricklink.
Yeah.
So I know we got one in at one time, and we don't have it anymore, so it must have sold. So if you know or know anyone going on MSC Cruise Lines, tell them to grab a few.
Yeah. It's an investment opportunity there. 20
I would
to
say-
80.
I'd
Yeah,
say
that's
so,
great.
yeah.
So-
Well, you know what's crazy? As a mechanic, Snap-on Tools makes a Lego set. A Snap-on truck, an old classic Snap-on truck. I'd love to get my hands on one just to have one.
That'd be cool.
And they used to sell them off the truck, but I mean, it's nutty, but they've got
Yeah.
one, and I've not seen one come through the store yet. I'll take one built or new. I don't care. I'd love to have one.
Yeah, it's that branding that's really cool because it's like if you have a little model of the cruise ship you went on a fun cruise on, that's a memory. That's great. So it's really cool. And apparently, yeah, like Chris was saying, they probably have them for other cruise ship brands too. So keep an eye out if you're going on a cruise. It was pretty fun. Me and Steven went on a cruise not too long ago. We did not get in the gift shop because it only opened when they were out at sea because they didn't want to pay taxes in U.S. or Bahamian
Oh,
waters.
cool.
So, but
Duty free.
we never got in because it was weird times of the day that they were out at sea. So
Are you not on the boat when you're out at sea?
we are, but here's the thing. It was like it's opened at like times we were busy. We were working while we were there too. So it
what
didn't
kind of
help.
work did you guys do?
We did all these sorts of stuff. You didn't watch the video, Ed?
Yes.
We did a Dude Perfect Cruisers, all this stuff. It was crazy. But yeah, so we were talking and building and doing all this fun stuff.
Who's Dude Perfect? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
jeez, Ed. Oh,
Just kidding.
okay. We don't have time for all
Did you tell
that.
everybody about the fiasco with M&R?
Oh no.
I didn't. We were doing an interview there in Orlando.
Oh yes, yeah. So you didn't know who M&R was or what he looked like.
Look,
so
Okay, so I'll tell the story.
yeah,
So-
now we gotta tell the story.
I was on the phone with one of our new employees there, Corey, and I was in the back, so I wasn't out front. We were interviewing somebody, and Brett, who is our owner / store manager down there, he runs the brewery, and he's also going to run the Lego store. He was interviewing this person, and Ed comes in late. Where were you?
I don't know. I'm getting coffee next door, I guess. I don't know.
Ed comes into the interview late. Ryan's. Where were you in the interview?
I was already there when Ryan
sorry,
You were there, you were there.
Sorry, why am I telling the story? So you were doing the interview, and Ryan comes in because he was invited. We had asked him,
And we
to
had a
come.
girl, I forget her name now, Anna or somebody.
Yeah.
We're interviewing her, and he comes in looking around. I'm like,
Can we help you? Yeah.
yeah, he's coming up. He goes, where's Chris? I'm like, he's in the back with someone. He'll be with you in a moment. And he goes over to the couch to sit down, and he opens up his laptop. And now we're discussing hourly pay. And I go to Brent, I go, should he be here? And he goes, what? I'm like, well, I mean, we're interviewing her. I mean, isn't he? You're joking.
Yeah.
So, no, well, Ed's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Because Ed doesn't
I never
doesn't
met
watch
him.
YouTube.
Right, I don't watch YouTube. And he goes, you're kidding, right? I go, no, I'm not. And he thinks I'm punking him. I'm like,
I would have thought that too. It's like that's
And
obviously.
then I figured it out. Okay, that must be M&R. And he goes, Ed, you're messing with me. I'm like, I'm not. I never met him before.
Yep, Ed isn't big in the Star Wars YouTube scene yet, but he will be. He's been introduced to it now. It's good.
Is there an anti-Jar Jar site where I can join?
I think that's the entire Star Wars fandom. Is
Watch out, internet.
Yeah.
Ed just got
Just discovered
a
it.
phone.
he's got a phone and a YouTube
Just-
app. We're in trouble,
He
man.
just traded in his smartphone.
That's
for
right.
His flip phone for a smartphone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cricket. Goodbye, Cricket.
Goodbye.
Wait, are we still on our Lego weeks?
Yeah, pretty much. We talked about one Lego news. I brought up the cruise ship. That's about it. We do
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
cool things to talk about. So, what do we want to talk about next? The Star Wars, or we want to talk about the?
Well, I don't think
Bricklink, or-
you said anything about your Lego week this week.
I talked about Rock Raiders. I didn't have a lot going on other than just building some more. So.
Okay.
I'll probably post another video for members to catch them up on what's happening now. But
Speaking of power miners, we just inventoried like 6 power miner sets.
Nice.
Including all the big ones.
Yeah.
And put them online for sale and put them out. So they're certified pre-owned.
Look for those on atlbrick.com. Links in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out we had a duplicate of one of them that was out in the case that we put online. So now we got 2 of one.
So we
set.
got 2 of one and then a couple others. So
And we
that's
do
awesome.
have a couple sealed in box out there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So, don't think we have any other Power Miners news here, but we do have some stuff on Bricklink. Do you want to talk about the Bricklink designer program sets?
Oh, those are so cool.
We've got them here. Most of them are cool. There's 2 that are really stand out, and then a couple other ones that are neat.
We still have some in stock. I mean, we can't keep them in stock.
Yeah, we don't. We only have like maybe 1 left.
The bowling alley's there, right?
Yeah, the bowling alley's still there built.
Because it's built.
But that's about all we've got, I think. But we're talking about the new ones coming out soon, and they're going to be available for pre-order here.
So right now they're being voted on, and only 1 out of 5 is going to make it.
Really? Wow. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the top 5 are on there. 1 is a castle, and it's like a snow castle, and I actually it's good,
Yeah.
but I like the Parisian city better.
This one here, right?
Yeah, that is
Heck
amazing.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
The other one, I'm like, let it go.
But
let it go.
I'm not. I like cities, but I'm a castle builder, so I want that castle. So
Yeah.
I would have voted for the castle, but somebody on our Bricklink account already, one of our employees already voted on something. I don't know what they voted on, so I couldn't vote again. But you can go on and vote and do it and buy it.
Yeah.
Because it'll be for sale soon. And I wonder, so the other 3 sets are kind of smaller.
Yeah.
You've got the Old West.
Do y'all know the price
General
point on these
store.
sets? What they're going to be? How much?
They would probably make those after getting the pieces together. But yeah, so you got the Old West General Store. You got the Snack Shack, which is a little, it's like a Airstream, trailer that's been converted into a snack shack. And then you got an old train engine shed, which is a cool little train station with some cool little details. But I think the real race is between these 2 giant ones here, the Parisian Street and the Winter Castle.
So the Winter Castle, I can't see too well, but is that like rock pieces down there at the bottom?
A little bit. Like
they
you got this
different
one
color?
rock
It's
chunk.
supposed to be like snow, and I kind of like it because it looks like Winterfell from Game of Thrones. Doesn't
Yeah.
It does.
It has a Northern European look with the top of the roof up there. and
Yeah, a little
stuff,
bit of
so.
Germanic Bavarian style there on the end.
I think I see Braun up there on the
Yep.
balcony.
Yeah.
About to fall off,
Or is he on the ground?
Exactly. But no, that looks like fun. We've gotten good Bricklink castle sets before, but I don't know. This is really going to see if there's more castle fans or more modular fans on Bricklink.
I would love to have if I was doing modulars and building cities, that would be a must-have right there.
Yeah.
That one.
I think either way we're going to win because both of those sets would look cool and would sell very well and be very valuable afterwards. So
that is such a. The Parisian street is the size, almost the size of Assembly Square.
it might be bigger.
I'm
I don't know.
surprised they would
Yeah.
go that big.
Well, I hope it's not bigger than
crazy.
Assembly Square. Assembly Square is just. I think
almost
it's just
too
too
big,
big.
Yeah. While we're talking about the Bricklink Designer Program, if you're interested in there, I'm sure there's some type of financial reward for whoever gets it. It's kind of like the Lego
incentives.
idea is you get revenue sharing. The Bricklink Designer Program Series 2 webinar is today, and it's a live webinar. And I know it's at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so that would be, 1 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
And that is today. And I think you have to register for it, but you could go to bricklink.com and register to be on the webinar. And I think what they do is they explain how to enter your model.
Yeah. And a lot of comments saying that they like the Snack Shack and the General Store. So, I mean, everybody's got different tastes, I guess.
Well, they're nice. I mean, they're nice in their own right. I think they ought to make. Are they only going to pick one here?
I don't know if it's picking one or if they all can get through if they get enough support, but it's one of those
So
situations.
Henry the Horse said that all sets that get over 3,000 pre-orders get made.
So they could all get made and probably will.
Okay, I was going to say because the sheriff's safe, I put it online. It was sold within the hour once I put it online. But I wouldn't have voted on the safe. I mean, it's nice and all, but if the safe can make it, all these 5 sets can make it.
Well, so the safe was part of a different program. This is the way it works. This is the first series in the Bricklink designer program, the new program.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And up to 20,000 made each. So that's a little bit more than previous Bricklink designer program set releases too, because they're normally like 10,000. So it's a little bit more. That's hopefully will help with scalping issues. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get more people can have the opportunity to own a really good set.
Yeah. But these are really good. We also had quite a bit of Ninjago and a little bit of interesting Star Wars news. You want to dive into Star Wars really quick first? Let's talk about that. We got a kind of blurry picture that was available. It's a Lucasfilm employee gift.
Yeah.
And you had to work for Lucasfilm to get this little set. And it seems pretty mundane. The only thing that apparently is unique about it is the legs on Yoda. Because otherwise Yoda's pretty much the normal Yoda minifigure, it's just those legs. And then you got some great pieces and a little fountain, so it's
just those legs are going to make that a big deal.
They are,
and I think I saw one of our viewers, Morgan, I saw him post a picture of this, so I think he got it.
He could have gotten it. I know he's been, he visited Skywalker Ranch recently, and that might have been kind of associated with that. So
what's the deal with the legs?
It's just they got the tan on the top and kind of the nougat, like
they're printed.
Beige color below, so they're dual molded. So.
You know what's hard to get is the New York City Toy Fair Yoda. New York, I love.
Yeah.
Is that a popular one?
That one's
well. I mean, it's popular, but it's very, very rare.
Exactly.
You had to attend the toy fair, right? Am I right?
I believe so.
And in order to attend a toy fair, you have to be a toy manufacturer or dealer to get in there. We ought to go, Chris.
The I Heart New York Yoda one, was that the toy fair, or was that a Lego store thing?
No, I think it was toy. I believe it was toy fair. I could be wrong because my memory stinks. And I'm wearing sunglasses because they're prescription. I'm not cool. But in order to see,
you know what?
I am cool, but I'm not that cool.
So Chad Konis on our channel here said that the legs are the same as a character from Harry Potter, Dobby.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're not exclusive to that.
Yep, and Daniel on Double King Bricks says, I read this morning that the Bilbo legs from Rivendell, so they could be very similar to those too. So, why is Yoda wearing boots? We don't know.
Because he's in the swamp. He doesn't want to get his duck feet wet.
Why is Grogu wearing, what's he wear? Chainmail? I mean, he wears all kinds of stuff.
We had him wearing a monocle here.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got a monocle and a hat somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's an interesting employee gift. Thankfully, it's not like 100% exclusive pieces. You can remake this fairly easy if you have a Yoda figure at home. It's just a little gray fountain.
What's going to make it valuable is the packaging.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the experience of having to get that set. Like if we think we know one of our friends, Morgan, might have gotten one if we're remembering Instagram correctly. So that's pretty cool. So, but any other Lego news we want to discuss? There's
for Star Wars, there's on the Lego VIP program, you could buy a raffle ticket, which is gambling, right?
Yeah, basically.
You gamble with your VIP points.
Essentially.
You could buy a raffle ticket to win one of two sterling silver R2-D2 minifigures, and they are so cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about getting in on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so...
I know Joe has voted a couple of times on it because he likes to gamble his VIP points away.
We got a Death Star coin in the store. I don't know where it went.
I think we got a couple of those, right?
Oh, we've gotten a couple.
I think we had like 3 or 4.
Oh, well, I know I got one.
I think they're really, really cool, and
they're neat.
They're cheap right now. There's no way they're getting any cheaper. I would grab one if you didn't get one yet.
Yeah, they're easy to get now. They won't be in a few months.
Well, they're gone now. You can't get them anymore.
Yeah,
unless they made too many and they got extras and they leak them out somewhere else,
like
they have done before.
They have. I know, like the Beskar keychain hung around for a little while. A couple other sets did as
well. Even Revan.
Yep.
They gave away Darth Revan twice.
Yep. Back in the day. Now we only wish they'd give him away again.
That didn't affect his price any.
Not at all.
Not in the long run, no. So. But yeah, we've got a bunch of Ninjago news. But is there any other things that we I'm seeing a cool fact there about a pop-up burger joint. Do you want to talk about that? So.
Is it a cool fact?
It's interesting.
It's a Lego pop-up burger joint in Boston, and I don't think it has anything to do with Lego. It's not official Lego.
It's Lego associated.
But the burgers are shaped. The buns and the burgers are shaped like Lego bricks.
It's interesting.
Hey, what happens if you step on it?
Probably just get a burger on your foot.
You get a burger on your
foot. And that's in Boston, and it's a pop-up, so I'm guessing it's going city to city. I've heard of Lego pop-up bars.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're just novelty things, and that's why they're pop-ups. If somebody actually opened an actual place, I don't think it would do very well.
Yeah, it's a fun little novelty thing, but as far as a long-term success, it has to be really good for it to work out like that. Yeah.
So they're square burgers. Do you know why they're square burgers?
The shape of a brick?
Because they don't cut corners.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's good. I like it. That's a good joke. Lots of dad jokes today.
Well.
Let's see.
Ooh, I got one.
Yeah.
I got one. This is going to be neat. And I think popular too for Lego. So there's a movie coming out. I think it's another cartoon for Spider-Man. So it's like an animated movie.
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse. And one of the universes that they go into is a Lego universe.
I saw that news article. That's super fun.
So cool. I would like to see that.
The first Into the Spider-Verse was the first one. And that was a really fun movie, very enjoyable characters, and so I'm looking forward to the sequel. And if there's Lego involved, we could maybe make content about it, so that's really great.
Have y'all seen Guardians yet?
Haven't yet. I'm going to watch it this Saturday.
The Lego sets look amazing. The new Guardian ship, have y'all seen that? Amazing.
The teal pieces, the really cool dynamic shape. They really good designs. So.
I want to see the movie, I want to see it.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good.
Okay.
It's like, it's not necessarily going to blow your mind, but it's on par with all the other ones apparently. So that's good to hear. So, but we've got we talked about Orlando. Did we talked about the Mississippi Hall a bit already because we addressed the gas issue and so let's see.
I like how in the Mississippi Hall you guys talked to the waitress and filmed that.
She let me have it. She ripped into me.
This place you went was out in the middle of nowhere.
And the restaurant, it was a really nice little down home in Anniston, Mississippi, which was an hour away from this guy's place, right?
Yeah.
And the lady that made the biscuits, she was a big Lego fan. So we gave her a keychain that we just happened to have with us.
Well, you gave her Garrett's keychain.
Okay, I gave her Garrett's keychain, but I replaced the keychain.
Garrett was
I'm going
excited
to
do
replace
that.
the keychain.
No, he got one.
Okay, right.
So I watched this last night, and my wife's like, "Do we have to watch this?" And I'm just dying laughing. And one of my favorite parts was, one of my least favorite parts was Ed's acting. Okay.
I loved Ed's acting. I thought it was great.
One of my favorite parts was when Ed woke up in the morning in the hotel room, and he says, "Garrett, time to get up."
Garrett didn't know I was filming. That was all.
Garrett
I just decided to film it, and he's like getting up like, "What?" Oh, that was beautiful. I didn't know you guys were going to put that on.
So
there.
I always wondered what Garrett had to do to his hair in the morning to prepare it to look so magnificent.
And it's not much,
it looks like, from that video footage that he actually wakes up like that.
He wakes up like that.
Yeah.
It's just some people are iconic, But honestly, though, Ed, we need, and Chris too, and most of the employees here. If we had like a real TV show, if I had 3 times as much time as I did, we could. Oh, it'd be so much fun. We'll see if we can create more fun content like this.
You guys don't see the stuff we do to each other off camera.
The shenanigans.
It's
and that and the interesting things that we have going on. Daniel's working on a commission project, 2 commission projects right now.
Yeah.
One of them is for a large corporation. We've got another commission project sitting back there that needs to get picked up from this large corporation.
Yeah.
We've got 4,000 pounds of Lego brick that we're shipping out on pallets to a
another order.
And then Steven is working on 2 commission projects.
Yeah, he's got one sitting right over there.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And we need to start documenting that one because he's going to go to Brick Fair, Virginia, and hand deliver it to the customer.
Yeah.
You know
which will be cool.
What was not on the Mississippi Hall? We were an hour away from Anniston. We're out in the country, and I called Chris. Chris, I don't know if we're going to be able to fit all this in the van. I mean, we don't have enough boxes, Chris. And last time we had too many boxes. Now we don't have enough. And Chris is like, well, just run over to the U-Haul and grab some boxes. And I'm like, Chris, it's like an hour away. And he knew, so he's laughing at me. Like, thanks for the help. And it was kind of, you had to be there kind of thing.
Yeah,
but we should have recorded that phone call because it was kind of funny.
It's still great. That's awesome. So. Alrighty, so do you want to dive into all the Ninjago pictures, or you want to talk about something else?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So over the last week, since our last morning brick, speaking of last morning brick, we had over 100 Lego sets to talk about in that episode. It was insane. It was over an hour. It's fantastic. Go watch it after this. But between that, there was some more Lego news. There was a lot of Lego Ninjago released. They had posters. They had a bunch of sets. They all look pretty good, kind of on par with what they've been so far. Most of them are pretty nice. Some of them are particularly nice. We'll get into those in a second. But let me just start showing some of the set items here. You got a new Destiny's Bounty, which we've seen some leaked images for. But this is a new
Bounty.
one.
Golly day. What is that, like the 10th one?
Yeah, I think it's at least the 4th or 5th.
And it's nothing. I mean, it actually looks like the worst one. I think they did a Destiny's Bounty junior set.
Yeah.
And that almost looks on par with the junior set.
Yeah, it's missing the figurehead at the front. It just has a little baby dragon that's hanging out up there. It's an actual figure. But other than that, it looks kind of the same. Yeah, I know that Joe was excited about it, Grant and other people are excited about it, but for me, it's another Destiny's Bounty.
Is that Skylar?
So that
the
is
yellow
actually
ninja?
a new ninja. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Let's see here. Nope, I don't have a picture of that particular ninja. But there's two new characters, and then they have all the original characters too. So they've added some more ninja characters, but that's a new, like a bright yellow ninja.
Some people might not know this, but when Ninjago first came out, which was what, 2012, 2013?
Yeah.
They canceled it. And
Yes.
I thought that was the craziest thing to do.
Mm-hmm. After
Why
3 years,
cancel
that was gonna be the end. So.
And then they rebooted it because they realized, oops, we made a mistake.
So Henry the Horse said, I'd be fine without any Ninjago sets ever, let alone these remakes over and over again. And I can see totally where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
However, we do get some cool things out of Ninjago. Some of their
Yes.
weapons are awesome. For castle builders, some of their armor is really cool and their weapons. And then didn't they put Clutch Powers? in
Yep,
one?
Clutch Powers has been in there.
Mr. Invisible was in a cartoon, right? So they
Exactly.
crossed over with Ultra Agents. And then we got a Blacktron shirt.
Yep,
We got a Batman fan shirt.
Galador shirt.
Galador shirt, and then the Bionicle shirt that is now out.
So in the largest of the new Ninjago sets is Ninjago City Markets, and one of the things that was getting Garrett hopping up and down yesterday was the Bionicle shirt girl, and she also has a canister with a Bionicle figure in minifigure scale, so it's tiny little pieces to represent Bionicles. So this is apparently Bionicle Gen 5, because there was the first generation, second generation, third generation was the little Bonkle figure, the little brick built figure, and then the fourth generation was the gift with purchase Bionicle, Tahu and Takua, and then this is the fifth generation, the micro figure Bionicle.
That is awesome. And Bionicle, we had a guy in last week. He was in that Bionicle age range, which is probably like late 20s.
Yeah.
And he bought a huge couple $100 Bionicle set. I had never actually seen it before, I don't think. It had those tank treads on it.
Yes,
Legs.
we just put that out.
Yeah. Actually, I think we still have that one. He bought another big one, though.
Okay.
With a vehicle,
Big
and a
vehicle,
guy on
yeah.
it. And he just bought it built. He wanted to display it. And Garrett helped him pick it out because he wanted a Bionicle to display in his house for when his friends came over. And that was on Friends.
Yeah.
Joey and Chandler's apartment actually had Bionicle characters on their shelf in the TV show.
That's awesome.
The first wave of canisters. And I mean, that is Bionicle is so iconic.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's unmistakably iconic, and it's really sad that Lego for the past couple of years hasn't been able to find a financial incentive to make it or bring it back. The time they tried to bring it back didn't quite land for everybody, so maybe one day we'll see it return, at least in some form. But at least we still get little references and Easter eggs for it, so that's fun. But let's talk about the Ninjago City Markets, because we actually have some pretty good pictures of it on Lego.com now. And it's going to be 6,000 pieces, and it's an awesome set. It has like dozens of minifigures. It has like a little tram rail thing going on. It's got multiple buildings, trees.
That's going to be like the city and the docks. It's going to be very, very popular.
It looks like they added more play features to this one, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing as many gardens as I thought I would. Oh, no, this isn't gardens. This is markets. Not as many markets as I thought I would because it's kind of like just buildings. Mm-hmm. So there's no like central stalls or anything. It's just more city. So
yeah.
The thing about Ninjago is it's mostly for kids.
Yeah.
And that's why they're remaking these sets a lot, and I can totally understand that because the market is mostly kids, and it's been 10, 15 years now since they've been doing about 10, right?
It's the next generation,
started. So you got the new generation coming up. They do the same thing with Star Wars. I get it, but there's a huge adult market for Star Wars, and they need to, make more different things for Star Wars as well as the same things, but whatever.
So maybe this is Ninjago reaching out to the adults too, and something big that's
there are a lot of adult collectors.
Yeah.
I could see a light kid going into that thing.
Well, so Bionicle is now an adult collector's thing because when you had it as a kid, now those kids are adults, young adults, and the kids that got into Ninjago 10, 12 years ago are now in their 20s, they're in college, and they want to go back and buy these new Ninjago sets.
Yeah.
So
they want something to remind them of their childhood. And
Ninjago does have young adult collectors, and a number of our employees are huge Ninjago fans.
And Bionicle fans too, yeah.
A lot of people are asking if the Bionicle shirt is a hint that Bionicle is coming back. And based on previous shirts released, like that Galador. Galador never came back.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And also there was a Blacktron shirt.
Blacktron hasn't really come back. A little bit.
It kind of sort of has
VIP
with
set.
the VIP set. And then they had the Bounty Hunter in the collectible
You're
series.
right. A couple references. So.
But it hasn't officially come back.
Not a full set you can buy on the store shelves yet, but yeah. And so quite a few dragons, quite a few new characters, new villains, a lot of gold going on. So
a new mech. They haven't had a mech come out in a while.
Yeah, sure, Chris.
The mechs are really popular.
They are.
Yep, Ninjago does a pretty good job with the mechs.
Mechs and dragons, man.
Oh,
Mechs
Mark
and
likes
dragons.
these new wheels.
Yes, actually, I do like those new wheels. I think they're great. They remind me of wheels from like the 90s, which is not necessarily a good time for Lego pieces or...
I think they look like the Halo Mega Bloks wheels. And
that too.
I thought they were. I was considering throwing them away until I saw that Lego logo.
I've actually purchased some of these new wheels for a Rock Raiders project, so it'll be fun.
Okay.
But one new thing that I want to talk about is these new sets, and it's called a Kai's Dragon Power Flip. It's like a little rubberized... you remember those little rubber discs that you could push in one end, set them on the table, and then they go pop?
Yeah.
You remember those? They were like a fad for a while. Well, they've made them into a Lego set so that you can buy a Ninjago-themed rubber flipper thing. Oh, the wrong set here.
It's a rubber like a rubber suction cup with a spring inside the center.
I think so.
So when you push it down, it stays there, and then eventually the air comes inside the suction cup. When the suction cup fails, the spring makes it jump in the air.
Exactly.
It sounds cool.
So it's an interesting take on a new little action feature because we've had the Spinjitzu, like basically a Beyblade. You've had the little ripcord flyers, which we've
Those
done.
are neat.
Yeah, the gliders that you throw.
So Ninjago's having a lot of fun with physical motion, and that's good.
You know
to
what
see.
we haven't seen yet for Ninjago, and this is probably something they'll come out with in the future, is an actual floating boat with the floating boat hole.
Yeah, they. I don't think we've seen that in Ninjago. You're
Not
right.
in
Yeah.
Ninjago, yeah.
That's
So-
a nice looking Kai.
Yeah, the figures look pretty
That's
cool.
what she said.
So you got the transparent arms. That's pretty neat to see. I do like seeing transparent pieces in Lego. So. But I think there's only one or two more sets. There's another 4 Juniors Dragon, which looks pretty terrible. There's also another giant mech with giant gold pieces. This one also isn't really catching my eye as much. The figures do look great. So the figures will always be collectible. But yeah, there's another of those poppers.
Trevor Tino says he wants news on the alleged El Dorado Fortress.
So I don't think we've seen that many more updates for that set. I haven't seen any pictures. I looked around Lego Leaks this morning, didn't see anything. I might have missed it. But right now I think that's a pretty reasonable rumor at this point. So should be coming out this summer. We'll probably see an announcement soon as long as Lego feels like they have space to talk about it. Because they just talked about Ninjago this week. So
I heard
what's
they're
coming up next?
populating it with redcoats.
Oh, good one.
That would probably
that's what they
give
said, yeah.
Malister a major migraine. So
I got a rumor on that, and I think it's true.
there you go. That's good. Good rumor. But yeah, so Ninjago look pretty good. I think that it's gonna have a overall positive, maybe some mixed. I know some people don't like the 4 juniors and they don't like change. So having new characters added might annoy people or not land with them right. But we'll see. Yeah, and then I don't think we have any further progress on Eldorado Fortress. However, we're all waiting for that set because even I probably have to get one of those because that sounds awesome. So
I've got a question.
yeah.
Have you heard about the new Dreams set?
Yes.
Have you talked about those yet?
So last week,
Let's see.
Was there another New Dream set released? Or
No,
are
I'm
we
talking
talking
about
about
the
the
new
ones that have been in the news since I think December?
I just discovered it. So.
When was the last time you were on a morning break? Oh, thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, sure.
it's good. Yeah. Thanks, Daniel.
Make sure that's okay.
Yeah, the camera's working, Daniel. That's good. So
Yeah,
good.
good.
Thank you. And then Joe's here too. Yeah, man, you guys must have slept it. Let me show that to the camera. That's great.
Virginia's for lovers. It actually smells good.
Daniel gave
You
Can I
gonna
me
drink
drink
it?
it? I'm not going to get sick.
Okay. Hopefully they're not lying to you, Chris. You don't want to risk it. Okay.
It's awesome. So Virginia's logo, Daniel's from Virginia, by the way.
Yeah.
And one of their logo slogans is "Virginia's for lovers." And if you drive through Virginia, it says "Virginia is for lovers" everywhere.
It does.
And no one I have talked to can tell me what that means.
I never see any love when I go to Virginia. Nobody loves me.
So we tease Daniel about it, and who is it? Kenny Chesney actually has one of his songs is about
Virginia's for lovers. Yeah.
met a man wearing a T-shirt that says "Virginia's for lovers," had a bottle in his one hand and a Bible in his other.
Oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah. No. That it's a fun inside joke.
I did an internship at Norfolk, in a hospital there at Norfolk,
Oh,
a
there you
long
go.
time ago.
That's cool.
We need, somebody, Bricklink said, is that Heartlake City coffee?
We need to make a coffee.
Do we have any news on Heartlake City?
So a little bit.
I
It's
saw
season.
something neat the other day.
Yeah, it's so season 2 is started airing. The first episode's already out. We basically, instead of going off of a set box, which is fun, I'm actually scripting the entire thing. We have 30 episodes for season 2 planned, and we've already filmed a couple of them. They're releasing, and it's more like finger puppets because you have the little characters on a little brick, and so they're moving back and forth. They're interacting with each other.
This
I'm
sounds
doing all
really
the
high
voices.
tech.
You'd be surprised. It's very low tech. I just have one video editing app on my phone. That's where I put it all together, and so it's pretty fun. And
You're making a series?
yeah, and we have T-shirts coming out soon too. So yeah,
Is it popular?
pretty popular. Yeah, it's as popular as like our Between the Studs or other series. I mean, the last one got I think 600 views, so it's pretty good. So
How to tell the audience I don't watch any of our videos by not telling the audience I don't watch any of our videos.
Now, I watched the Mississippi Haul. That was very interesting.
yeah, that's a good video. So.
But I don't watch anything else, really.
So I edit our videos, and I go through them about 3 or 4 times during that edit, because I'll just make sure it's all good once over, edit it, do it, watch it again. And so I've already seen it 3 times, so I don't typically rewatch them that often on the channel.
I'll jump
but,
in and out,
yeah.
but I'm so busy. I don't have much time.
But hopefully people enjoy them, and I know that a lot of the long format videos are very good to listen to while you're doing stuff. That's how I've started to appreciate them too. So, but yeah.
Grumpy J says, soon ABC will have a TV network where there will be 24 hours of Lego. Well, a couple
The
things
Lego
I've
channel.
thought about is having a live camera set up in the store.
That would be fun.
Another thing is, once we get Orlando up and running, that there will be really good content coming out of there. We've got some really, really awesome employees lined up to be working down there.
The Brick channel.
Ryan will be down there.
Yep.
And then you got the brewery next door. Who knows what's going to happen?
Exactly. I have yet to get down there, but one of these days I will. And I don't know if they're going to have a YouTube person there. I know Ryan will make content involving Orlando Brick Co., but we'll see how much we're able to do from there. I hope we can do lots of videos from Orlando, because it's going to be as cool as here. So, but let's see here. Brand. So that's about all the pictures I have. I have one more picture to show, which we can talk about in a second. It's something for Mother's Day. We've already talked about flowers and stuff.
Oh, yeah. We've got, for the Joy of Building, we've got a Mother's Day special.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do a flower set or something.
Yeah, they're gonna be building something cool. So.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Garrett or Steven yet about what they plan on building.
They've been wanting to do the botanical series, so that would probably be the most logical choice. But
so the giveaway, we're gonna do an extra special minifigure.
Yeah.
And it's Ed's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have an Ed minifigure, so we've got an Ed's mom minifigure that we're giving away for
Yeah.
Mother's Day. It's one of one.
It's really sweet.
It's a one of one exclusive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I share something personal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. This is really crazy cool. My uncle and my aunt are well-known artists in Florida, Herbie Rose and Graciela Rose, and their paintings sell for a considerable amount of money. When we got the house over there, we were going through some paintings that were left behind, and I found 3 of Herbie's and 1 of my aunt.
Wow.
In the house that you moved into?
Yes, they were originals, and
What?
yeah. Yeah, they were. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't remember having these because
You're blowing my mind, Ed. That's
Herbie's
awesome.
originals, and I'm like, I never saw these before, and they were actual original prints,
Wow.
and it was just the strangest, craziest thing.
That's funny.
So-
What a coincidence.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah,
Jeez.
pretty crazy. This world is amazing, huh?
That's a fun
Yeah.
fact, Ed. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that figure will probably be available as the gift for the Joy Building.
Yeah,
so.
it's going to be, I think people are going to tune in and try to win Ed's mom's minifigure.
If only my mom knew
Yeah.
how much we talk about my mom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a fun little fact there. I think we got a few more things left on your list, and that's about it for today. Thankfully, it's not a massive news. They had some nice things to talk about, but yeah. So
Well, let's see. I'm sure I've got something else here. One more thing. Tales of Space Age is available on Lego.com.
yes,
You can buy
very
it.
nice.
I mean, it's not that big of a news, but it's kind of neat.
$50,
Yeah.
great, cool panoramic display. So
Very, very unique.
yes.
I wonder if Fazoom has ordered his yet.
if anyone's getting it, it's Fazoom, I think, because he's such a space fan. And
We never went to the moon.
we never went to the moon, Ed. That hot take over here.
I didn't think you had ever been to the moon, but I just assumed that. We do have the cases that we got in.
Oh yeah, let's talk about those really quick.
So-
Way to go, Ed.
Got to hold them from the bottom, Ed.
So one of our better selling things that we have are these cases. You know, they're not super high quality. They're not bad quality. Lego doesn't make them.
They're basic cases, yeah. So.
They're basic cases. One of our better selling items in the store are these cases that are about this big,
A little larger.
a little larger, and they sell for $20 each or $30
About
each.
20.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And-
maybe, yeah, I think they're 20.
And we got these new cases that are a little bit smaller. They're really good for Speed Champions, as you can see here.
Yes.
They're only $12. And this is all one piece, which is kind of cool. And they stack very well. They display minifigures and the Speed Champions amazingly.
Yes.
And they are available on our website right now. The bases are black and light gray.
Yeah, we have some gray options too.
Yeah, so those are available on our website, and our employees are snatching them up left and right.
Keeps the dust off of your figs, which is important. Keeps the dust off of your Legos.
Some store news for
Cars.
Oh, thanks, Daniel. Yeah, we also released a new set. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Steven designed this one, and I didn't even ask him to. He just really liked it. And I don't know why, but this is actually, it's funny because this is where Daniel is from, West Virginia. And it's the Mothman building kit.
Yes. A local folklore of West Virginia.
Actually, he spans from Virginia up to the New England area.
Gotcha.
And everybody sees Mothman right before an event occurs. Like a bridge collapse, or it's kind of weird when you look at the urban legend.
Wow.
But people will swear that they've seen this creature, and every time they see this creature, something happens.
So the Mothman is the bringer of bad news.
Like a harbinger of
Wow.
something
That's awesome.
This is a $12 kit, and it's available on our website.
Yep. Another terrifying creature for the baby mech to battle in our fictional universe. So, yeah. We should do some more
He
content on
could
those.
terrorize Heartlake City drama.
Yeah, he could show up
Yeah.
and snatch somebody.
I think
That'd
he's
be
just a
pretty funny.
misunderstood guy
And-
with wings and big eyes.
And Marcel comes in with a shotgun and blows his head off.
I don't know if we can get away with that on the channel. Yeah. No, we'll see if we can include some of our monsters. Maybe we could have a monsters episode on Heartlake City Drama. There's always room for one more episode, you know. So, what on earth is that? Look it up next. Well, actually, maybe don't. It might be scary. But
yeah, so the Mothman, he's been in the newspapers. Mm-hmm. And he was first reported in newspapers in 1966 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where I think Daniel is actually from.
And shortly thereafter, there was a bridge collapse. That bridge came apart.
Yeah.
We should do a bunch of cryptids, like Bigfoot.
Bigfoot would be good.
Jersey Devil.
Hey, so in Florida, there's a thing called the skunk ape. It's basically a Bigfoot with black and white color.
No, I know the skunk ape.
He's
a buddy I went to school with. And he is the skunk ape. Dude,
that was his nickname.
He could clear a locker room. This guy could back a buzzard off a gut truck. I ain't kidding, man. And he was hairy back, and a lot of people said, "Hey, so the skunk ape." So that's my buddy, man. I'm not going to mention his name.
Here, a little more. We're on topic. So, we're in North Georgia, kind of.
Central Georgia,
Central North Georgia. And Ed lives down the street. Mm-hmm. And on his game cam in the backyard, he got a Florida panther walking through his back patio.
Yeah, and the Department of Natural Resources, whatever it's called,
DNR.
They want us to send them more video, which we're limited in our video, but I thought it was a bobcat because it was way too big to be a cat.
Oh, yeah.
And all the hunters were like, "No, that's no bobcat." I'm like, "All right, then fine. It's a cat on steroids then," because this thing was monster big. And it turns out somebody in LaGrange shot and killed one. He got fined a lot of money, and he's got his license taken away forever.
Yeah.
And this panther was traced back through its
Fort
DNA.
Myers.
Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was back in 2008, and there hasn't been an official sighting of one since 2008.
So in Georgia, that was the first panther sighting in a long time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the video is, it's not great, but you can definitely tell that it has this long panther tail.
Yeah.
Black tip on the end.
So what we're thinking is, we can barely make it out there. Oh no, I saw something moving over there.
It's extremely muscular. I mean, there's no house cat that has that.
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me try it again.
Saw a little bit in the corner.
Now, from what I understand, you're not going to get it on video again because it's probably passing.
They travel. They never stay in one spot.
You'll never see it again.
Yeah.
Neat video, though.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we need to kind of tap into this cryptids and monster stuff because I think these sets are super cool. We got a bunch of them for sale on our website, atlbrick.com. Definitely recommend you check them out. Maybe get one because they're all pretty
we
affordable.
need to make a chupacabra too.
That's one that we need to work on too, Ed. There's so many cool little local stories that we could.
It sounds like we need to make the skunk ape.
Let me call my buddy Bob and let me ask
See
him
if we can get his likeness.
Oops, did I mention your name,
Oh,
Bob?
sorry,
I'm sorry,
Bob.
man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, is that all the Lego news we have for today? I think we've had a nice stream here. We're good to go here.
Yeah.
See. All right. Well, yeah, we're set for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us and leaving your comments and chatting with us and having fun. It's been a great time. Thank you, Chris and Ed. This has been great to have you on. We want to give Daniel and Joe a break every now and then and rotate it. I think you guys have more fun when you're on here. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we have
it's
good.
And
Pierre did have a question real quick
about
Brick World Chicago selling sets at the yard sale. You gotta. I don't know how their yard sale works because it's new. Last year was the first year they had it, I think. Mm-hmm. But we will be there. We will be there buying sets if you want to bring them to us. But you could also bring them to the yard sale and sell them.
Yeah. It's a place to go.
I know with Brick Fair Virginia, you've got to register in advance for the tables, and they're kind of hard to get. Mm-hmm. Whereas in Chicago, I thought it was a free-for-all last year.
Might have been.
But because of that, they might organize it a little bit better, so you might want to do some research on that.
Send them an email.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty quick to respond to things like that, so, yeah.
And Brick World Chicago is June 17th weekend, the Father's Day weekend.
Yep.
And the same weekend as Joe's wedding.
So,
and
one of you is going to miss Joe's wedding.
Either Ed or I are going to Brick World Chicago. And
I offered to go. Joe doesn't like me.
I know Daniel's going. And
Daniel's missing Joe's wedding specifically, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll figure it out. All right. But on that, question of who's going to Brickworld Chicago, we will leave you guys. So
Maybe
thank
we
you.
should let people vote on it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments
Ed's gonna win.
who you think should go. Actually, if Ed brings a camera, yes, Ed would win.
Let's vote on it.
All right.
Let's vote on it.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. I think our next stream is going to be the Joy of Building tomorrow night, 6:30. We'll see you guys then.